Rejoice, fans of top hats, corsets, horses and carriages, and drinking port in the drawing room. The Gilded Age is here, the new series from Julian Fellowes, creator of Downton Abbey. Downton Abbey, eh? Now there's a blast from the past. In 2010, Downton Abbey was absolutely huge news in the UK. It exploded onto the TV scene and it reinvented what people thought of period dramas. It suddenly made them cool again, and all anyone wanted to know was there going to be more Downton? Were there going to be prequels? Were there going to be sequels? Were there going to be movies? And it became headline news across the country and then latterly across the world as Downton went and conquered America. Now, throughout the entire time that Downton Abbey ran, and for many years afterwards, including during when the films were on, there was always talk of some sort of prequel. Now, The Gilded Age isn't a prequel of Downton Abbey, but when you watch it, you will feel it's some sort of spiritual prequel.
George Russell is a power in the land. Before long, he'll put money into his pocket with every train ticket you buy. I think we should know the Russell family.
We do not move in the same circles.
Mama, you are incorrigible.
I take that as the highest praise.
Now, historians who are viewing and general know-it-alls will know that the Gilded Age was a time of great change in America at the end of the 19th century. The railroads were making it smaller. The Industrial Revolution was making people rich who had never dreamed before of being part of high society. And all of the social norms were being challenged. This is the backdrop for the Gilded Age. And yes, those of you who've seen Downton Abbey will recognise this theme of change, something that Julian Fellowes likes to play with in his work. Just as those grand estates and houses were being challenged in early 20th century by new ways of doing things in England, in 1880s and 1890s New York, the old and the new were colliding. There was new money coming in and there were old ideas trying to hold those people back.
New York is a collection of villages. The old have been in charge since before the Revolution, until the new people invaded.
Now, I once had the great privilege, and if I'm honest, quite meta experience of watching an episode of Downton Abbey screened in the library of Highclere Castle, which TV fans will know is where Downton Abbey was filmed. Now, I think if you saw an episode of The Gilded Age in that very same room, you'd certainly feel quite comfortable. But this isn't Downton Abbey. If you want to watch Downton Abbey, that is still available and is very good. Go and watch it. This is set 30 years before the events of Downton Abbey and is, of course, across the pond in New York City. And this is an HBO show, and therefore you can see the production values on the screen. You can see the gloss, you can see the shine, you can see all of the time, effort and money that's been put into making this one of the best looking period dramas that you'll see on television. Right, so what's happening in the Gilded Age? We're introduced to New York in the 1880s through the eyes of Marian. Now, Marian has come to the city to live with her old school aunts, Agnes and Ada, and they're quite the characters. Really, they are quite the characters. Now, she comes with Peggy. Now, those two go and live with Agnes and Ada, and we start to see the worlds of old and new collide through their eyes. Marian is someone who does come from a conservative background, but she is also young and she is interested in change. She is excited by the winds of change that are starting to blow across the city. Now, Agnes and Ada, they're not interested in any of that. They're all about maintaining the status quo. They come from old money and they want that to stay the way it should be. So what we've got is an instant conflict. And when you've got conflict, you're going to have drama. And when you've got drama, well, you've got a drama. And although Marian is prepared to challenge almost everything about the old world order, there's one thing that she isn't prepared to challenge, and that is the incessant use of Mr., Miss, and Mrs. as prefixes when people talk about each other in this show. Now, I know it was the olden days, and that's probably how people talked about it, but it is quite exhausting. Mr. McAllister, Mr. Briggs, Miss Agnes, Aunt Bessie, Father Ted, Captain Birdseye. It never ends. It just never ends. Sorry, I've been distracted as always. Let's get on with it. Now, the main family that we encounter in the Gilded Age are the Russells, and the father of the family is George. George is a railroad tycoon, and he's doing very well, thank you very much, from this Gilded Age. He's building railways, he's building stations, and he's got big plans to cash in even further on what's going on. The problem with George is he's a bit ruthless, and he'll do anything it takes to continue his empire's growth. And that means that he doesn't always get on very well with everyone.
You bastard.
I may be a bastard, Mr. Thorburn, but you are a fool. And of the two, I think I know which I prefer.
And then there's Bertha. She's a desperate class climber. She really wants the Russells to be one of the biggest families in New York, to sit at the top table and to oversee all that New York has to offer. The problem is for Bertha, there's some secrets, some deep dark secrets, and it wouldn't be a period drama without some deep dark secrets, but Bertha's got more than her fair share from what we can see. In one of the first episodes, she's referred to by a character as a murderer. Now, we don't know what's gone on, and that may not be an accusation that's true, but she's also, and I think this will have hurt more as someone who's a class climber, referred to as a potato digger's daughter. Now, that's got to hurt, because this is pre-mechanisation of potato digging, you would imagine, and therefore there probably wasn't the money in it that there is in the kind of, big industrial farms of these days. Again, I'm getting sidetracked.
Mrs. Van Rhijn and her sad sister were spying on me today.
I don't know why you bother with them.
I don't bother with them.
I'm afraid New York can be quite challenging at first.
We haven't found it so, have we, George?
There is no challenge you are not equal to.
Now, should you go and watch The Gilded Age, and when I say go and watch it, should you switch on your television and watch it? You don't have to go out in most cases. You could take a phone out perhaps and watch it on the go, but I'd recommend watching it on a bigger screen. I prefer that myself. Now, should you? Yes is the answer. It's good. It's a good period drama. Now, if you've seen Downton Abbey, you're definitely going to feel like you're in a familiar, warm universe that you're used to, but you don't need to have seen it to enjoy this show. Although there are at times darker undercurrents and a little bit of mystery going on in the background, this is a show that has a page-turning element to it, which I think is a great thing. It's what people want from the show. There are characters who wear their emotions on their faces, which some might say is the best place to wear your emotions. But what I mean by that is you will know that there are goodies and you will know that there are baddies. There are people plotting below stairs and there are people plotting above stairs, and there are people just trying to get on in life. And those people will collide, and there will be drama and there will be melodrama, and that's what you want from a period drama. And if you like steam trains and people talking about their intentions while smoking cigars, and you like people with bonnets, and you like dinner services and houses that look like the Queen live in them, then this is also going to give you all the aesthetics that you're looking for from a period drama. Yes, indeed, this has what you want. And yeah, it's been a while that we've had to wait for this project. Julian Fellowes started speaking about it many years ago, but now it has arrived. And it's arrived and it's good. The wait was worth it. So you've got another great period drama in your life, and I think it's an idea that can run and run. So I think like Downton, we might be seeing quite a lot of The Gilded Age over the next few years. If you like what we do, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel, and let us know what you think of The Gilded Age in the comments below. Why not give it a star rating? 1 to 5. Don't give it none though, even if you don't like it, because that would be cruel. Don't forget to check out all the other videos on the Screen OD channel, and we will see you again very soon.